Hello everyone, welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest update across South Sudan and beyond. Thank you for joining us today. We bring you the latest update from South Sudan. These are serious developments that affect the future of the country, peace, justice, and the life of ordinary people. Today we will cover the court case of faced by President Dr. Machar and why the trial has been delayed. Number two, we will discuss about a new 12 million euro program from the European Union to support displaced people across South Sudan. And finally, we'll talk about a deadly clash in Terekeka County and the response from the government. Please, if you are new to this channel, to Changfied YouTube channel, I would like you to have the channel by subscribing and turn on the notification bell, so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Well, let's begin our report with the trial of first by President Dr. Machar delayed. The trial of Dr. Machar has been delayed. The court announced that it needs more time to review an objection raised by the defense team. This decision came during the 53 court session in Juba. Dr. Machar, who is in his early 70s, is facing very serious charges, is being tried together with 7 other people. The charge include treason, crimes against humanity, terrorism, destruction of property, and mass killing. These charges are connected to an attack that reportedly happened in March 2025 in Nasser. During that attack, several soldiers were killed, including a senior officer. What happened in court today? During Friday's session, Machar lawyer challenged an important document presented by the prosecution team. That document is known as Prosecution December 9A. It is connected to what has been described as a diplomatic bag that allegedly contained important evidence. According to the defense lawyer raised 2 main concerns. First, they question whether the document should even be accepted by the court. Second, they also question the authority and legal power of the expert who presented the evidence. One of the defense lawyers argued that the expert witness did not have proper jurisdiction. The lawyer said the material presented were invalid. And because of this objection, the presiding judge said the court needs more time to study the matter carefully. The trial has now been postponed until next week. The court panel includes 3 judges, led by Judge Jimmy Salela Deng, and the prosecution team is large. It includes more than 10 lawyers from the Ministry of Justice and other legal offices. The defense lawyer team has 6 lawyers representing Dr. Machar and the other accused individual. Investigators from the security forces are also involved in supporting the prosecution. Why this matter? This case is very important for South Sudan. Dr. Machar is not just any citizen. He has served as first by president and is a major political leader. His political party has been part of peace agreement in the past. When such a senior leader is on trial, the whole country watch closely. Some people see this as a test of justice. Others worry about political tension. The court say it wants to examine the defense objection carefully before making any ruling. The next session will be important. We will continue to follow this case closely here on Changfied News. Before we move on to our next report, please, I would like you to support the channel by subscribing and turn on the notification bell, so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Now let us move to some development news. The European Union has launched a 12 million euro program to help displaced people in South Sudan. The program is being implemented together with the International Organization for Migration. Why is this important? More than 4 million people in South Sudan have been affected by displacement. Many families have been forced to leave their home because of conflict, flooding, or economic hardship. This new program will run for 30 months. It will focus on areas heavily affected by displacement, including Ye River County, Rupkona County, Bentiu, and surrounding areas. Apenal is not included. Jonglei is not included in this program. What will the program do? The goal is not just emergency aid. Instead, this program focuses on long-term recovery. It aims to improve housing system, support land rights, strengthen urban planning, promote climate change, and support farming and livelihood. The European ambassador say peace is necessary for development. Well, he stressed that without peace there can be no lasting solution. The IOM representative also say that while South Sudanese communities are strong and resilient alone is not enough. People need support to rebuild safely and permanently. The commissioner of Ye River County welcomed the program. He said the people of Ye are eager to see real change. He believed development can help bring peace. He also mentioned support for farming and cooperative, especially to empower vulnerable people or vulnerable groups such as single mothers. If implemented well, this program could help many families become self-sustaining within the next 2.5 years. Let's look at the bigger picture. South Sudan continues to face challenges: conflict, flooding, and climate shock, economic struggle, and land dispute. Programs like this aim to reduce repeated displacement, but experts agree development must go hand in hand with peace. Without peace in South Sudan, whatever the European Union are doing, it can be jeopardized. So let's move on to our next report. Deadly clash in Terekeka. At least 27 people were killed during violent clash between two communities in Terekeka County. Fighting happened between the Koji and Yari communities. Many civilians were also displaced, and at least one village was destroyed. The governor of Central Equatoria State strongly condemned the violence. He described it as unacceptable and harmful to peace and unity. He sent a high-level security team to investigate the root causes of the conflict and restore order. Another team was assigned to ensure that cattle are returned to their original location following a presidential directive. The governor promised that those responsible will be held accountable. He stated that the government will not allow criminals to destabilize communities. What caused this conflict? Although the exact trigger is still unclear, conflict in some part of South Sudan are often linked to land dispute, grazing right, cattle ownership, and territorial boundaries. These disputes sometimes grow into deadly violence. Authorities said they are working to restore calm. Families who fled their home are now seeking safety elsewhere. Please, if you are new to our YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any other update. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.